for the serious gamer.
What's going on, guys? It's Colin, and I'm bringing you part 2 of my rush attack on Arica Harbor here for Next Gen Tactics. And we're going to join this game about halfway through MCOM station-wise. We've taken the first 2 bases and the first MCOM on the second base, and now we're just kind of fighting it out to try and move over and take the crate over at Alpha. And I've now switched to the assault kit, and I'm running the AN-94 with iron sights, grenade upgrades, and smoke grenades. And I realize that this gun is considered to be a little bit overpowered, although the recent patch has put it in line with the other assault rifles at long range. So really the damage at close range is 20 per round. With Magnum ammo, I think that would go up to 25, so it's 4 hits to kill at close range. But you know, where it's a burst gun, I really don't think this the AN-94 is as bad as it once was. And really, I'm just trying to pull it out to try and finish off my platinum star. So anyway, if you'll bear with me, there might be a couple of AN-94 gameplays while I finish that up, and then I'll move on to some other weapons. But anyway, what I did there is just try and provide a support role, laying down some smoke and spotting enemies who are coming in to try and disarm the objective so that we could take it down. And we're just now trying to clear out the base, and I'm going to take my favorite route onto the 4th base. And now that we've got the area cleared, it's time to move down under the bridge and go for a swim. And I have showed this route before, so what I'll probably do is edit it out. But what you want to do is hug the left wall there and swim as far down as you can before you go out of area. And just as you get there, there's a ladder to go up, and that's as far up as you can get without committing suicide. I actually went up on the ladder, had a teammate spawn on me, and he said he'd go first. So very nice of him there. Although actually that probably wasn't a great move because he was the medic, but if he went down, I would have quickly swapped to his kit and picked him back up. So anyway, now we've basically flanked around behind the enemy, and I see that our team is already, not necessarily our squad, but someone else has gone in and rush planted on Alpha. So we are just going to try and suppress the enemy coming out of spawn to disarm that, and hopefully we can quickly take Bravo while they're distracted by that armored Alpha. And you know, there we go. We've already taken Alpha, and right here I'm basically just going on a tear with the AN-94 and trying to fight our way up into Bravo. And I don't know what that guy was doing there, and swapped my handgun and get another kill. So I'm actually on a pretty decent little streak here, and it keeps going for a little while as we fight for and eventually take down Bravo. So I was pretty pleased with this, and it was one of my it was one situation in this game where the route that I wanted to use actually worked. And what you'll see on the final base is that, you know, they're covering our flanks. They did a very good job of that. And what wound up being the winning strategy in a lot of cases was heading right down the middle, because, you know, they were focused on a lot of the trickier routes and flanking, and, you know, they were trying to prevent that. So we had to mix it up a little bit. I realized that we're taking this one down kind of easily, although the first few bases were not a bad fight, and the last base turns out not to be too bad of a fight, although I don't wind up getting into the action as much because, well, I'm going to show you some routes, and I'm going to show you how to defend against them, because they did a pretty good job of that. But, you know, the reason that I like to try and flank like crazy is because at the end of the day, I want to try and avoid as many fair fights as possible in trying to win these games. So, you know, there are positions behind the enemy defense in certain situations where if you hold certain points, you can basically control the enemy spawn and keep them spawning in front of you, and that's what we want to try and do if we can, and you know, in establishing a mobile spawn point. So if we have the mobile spawn and we also can control where the defenders are spawning, that puts us at a huge advantage, and that's kind of what was going on back there. Once we got around behind them, it was pretty simple to take down the objectives. Right here, my teammates call out that there's someone sitting up on this platform noob tubing, so I accidentally fall off the ladder. I chuck a grenade at him, and I hear him yell that he has a grenade, but he doesn't move, so I'm able to go up there and take a set of dog tags down, and then hop off the platform and get one more guy. So I kind of like that play, although it doesn't last. I do wind up getting smoked here. And what I'm going to do is basically spawn back in and keep attempting to flank left here for a little bit, and you know, see what we can do, because this final base can often be a fairly tough fight because the objectives are close together, and it's pretty easy for the defenders to maintain a spawn point inside the building. And right here, my teammate and I, we hop into the water, and we encounter a defender, I believe. Yeah, we encounter a defender, and basically we're just swimming around like idiots. Nobody knows what to do, and I get shot in the back from the enemy spawn because he was actually covering the water route. So now we know that we're not going to have much success going that way. So I'm going to spawn on another squad mate who is actually pushed right and attempt to make a move in that direction. So we're gonna try and take this right-hand route, and as you will see, they are anticipating that as well. So it turns out that I don't provide a whole lot of help at first here in getting into the building on the final push, and that's fine. I think what eventually happens though is because we flanked left and they have some attention put on the left-hand side, and then we attempt to flank right. Is that they're not quite sure where we're coming from, and we're able to split the defense left and right, and one of our squad mates comes right up the middle. So right in the front door, I believe, is how we got into arm those stations. So mixing it up and trying to establish where the defense is strong and where they might be vulnerable. That's if you're playing against a stronger team, then you're going to have to do that. You can't be afraid to try some different things, and you'll probably die in the process. And here, they're looking my way when I came around behind them. So they knew I was there, and luckily I'm able to spawn on a squad mate who is in supporting the armed MCOM station, or the arming of the MCOM station, and I get a quick double spray when I spawn in. So that was a good day, and now we're able to pick up the arm, and what I do is I send a teammate up to the third level so that we have a mobile spawn point up there in case for some reason we get taken down and these get disarmed. And what'll happen there is if he's you see him heading up top there. If he's up there, then we're able to quickly get back in the action, and that turns out not to be necessary, as we are able to hold this off. And I'm just sitting on an ammo box firing grenades, defending the arm at Bravo, and because we again split the defense by arming both MCOMs at the same time, they both go down at the same time, game over. So anyway, that was a bit better game, I hope, of Rush on Arica. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Cheers. Talk soon.